If you are new to Blender and you also like 3D animations, but you can't do it because Cycles is too slow for animations, and you also can't do it in EEVEE because it do not look good, then this is going to be a priceless video for you, because at the end you will be able to turn something like this to this. If you want to work with same model like this, then you can watch my previous video where I model this watch. And if you don't want to model it yourself, then you can get a link from description. Or you can just use these steps to any of your own models. So without further ado, let's get started. Before I start, first let me get this model touch the ground. So for the first step, you must have already heard a lot about it. That's why I am going to add it in this too. It is called Bevel. I have already beveled all the edges of this watch. So I am directly going to second step. In second step, we'll have to do some settings in EEVEE. Turn on ambient occlusion, bloom, screen space reflections. Under screen space reflection, also turn on refraction. After this, go down to color management and change the look to high contrast. In the third step, I would highly suggest you to use HDRIs. You can easily get high quality HDRIs on Polyheaven. I am going to give a link to Polyheaven down in description. To use HDRIs in your scene, first click on World Settings, then click the yellow dot on Color. After this, click on Environment Texture. After this, just open the HDRI file you just downloaded. Then click on Volume button and select Principled Volume and turn down the density to something like 0.04 or 3. For the fourth step, it's just about materials. Add more details to your materials and it will look better. In this video, I am just going to add scratches on metal and glass to get some more realism. You will also have to UV unwrap the materials. First, click tab to go in edit mode. Then click on UV and Smart UV project, and then just click OK to apply it. For this, first turn on shader editor. For the first texture, you can just copy the nodes I am using here. And then you can just copy and paste these nodes to all other materials. To make your glass see-through, remember to turn on refraction under the settings. For the ground, I am just using noise texture and then connect it in height of the bump node, and then connect the bump to the normal of principled BSDF, and also connect the same noise texture to roughness of your material. And then This is the last and final step. In this, you will have to do some settings about camera. First setting is about focal length. You can change your focal length to your liking, but I think 50 is good for my camera. Then turn on depth of field and select any object where you want your focus to be. Turn down the value of f-stop if you want more blur in your scene. At the end, if you also want to animate, then also turn on motion blur.